Hello and welcome to Decode Silicon Valley. It is truly a tangled web. Today we're going to look at cybersecurity and offensive hacking. Now here in Silicon Valley, we're all very familiar with software and programming, and then the converse of that, hacking. So I won't go too much into the detail here, but I think the conversation needs to be had. Here we have an article that came up by CNN. U.S. military hacking unit publicly acknowledges taking offensive action to disrupt ransomware operations. This means they weren't just waiting and protecting themselves, they went after people. And so here's the article. Again, this is CNN, posted on msn.com. This came out, it says yesterday afternoon. Sean Lingas is the author. U.S. military's hacking unit publicly acknowledges taking offensive action to disrupt ransomware operations. Cyber Command, the U.S. military's hacking unit, yes, hacking unit, has taken offensive action to disrupt cyber criminal groups that have launched ransomware attacks on U.S. companies. A spokesperson for the command confirmed to CNN on Sunday. How many government people work on Sunday? You always got to ask when the news cycles bring this up. The spokesperson declined to specify what actions the command had taken, but it's one of the first unequivocal acknowledgments from the Cyber Command since the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack in May, that the command has targeted criminal gangs that hold the computer systems of the U.S. businesses hostage. If you want to go in and read more detail, but this is beyond state actors. Primarily, they would go after other governments that were attacking us. Now they're openly declaring that they've essentially started war on individual actors or smaller businesses that are going after, if you want to call it a business. Now, have they been doing this a long time? Hell yes. By the point that they let you on the gig, it's been out there. But it's very interesting that our government has taken the spin. This takes away any level of innocence until proven guilty. This means that a policing agency is going after individuals pre-crime. What are the ramifications of that one? And who all is getting hacked, as we know that we are facing the most intrusive surveillance system that we've ever seen in the United States on our own citizens. So here I want to take a point here. Government cyber strategy. This is Ernest Young. Government technology, public sector, and cybersecurity. Then we go to security scorecard, global system security rating. It's a .com. We go on down here to CDWG, government cybersecurity. These are all contracts being held. Centers for Government Cybersecurity, Federal Agency Security. This is IBM. Gartner's cybersecurity report, the urgency of cybersecurity. These are all privately held companies that are doing the legwork for our government. That means they're outside the reach of FOIA and they're benefiting by massive taxpayer dollars. Now, here's the 5 federal agencies with a role in ensuring enterprise cybersecurity. 1, Federal Bureau of Information. When you call their line, they actually have a specific number to contact for digital security or cybersecurity related crimes. Do they follow up? They pick and choose what they want. Until recently, the level to which the federal government could get involved in major private sector cybersecurity incidents was unclear. And then we have 2, FTC, Federal Trade Commission. Over the past decade, FTC has established itself as the government chief cybersecurity enforcer when it comes to protecting consumers from data breaches. 3, Department of Homeland Security. The Department of Homeland Security conducts criminal investigations, develops standardized cybersecurity methods, and shares cyber response best practices and tools with other agencies. And we all know how that sharing goes. So let's go ahead and find out what the other 2 are. This is on CIO Drive, and this is from 2016. You surprised by the date? Okay, this is authored by Justine Brown, a contributing editor. As hackers hone their skills, business deals with cybersecurity concerns on a daily basis. Businesses deal with it. Most major hacks to date have focused on specific company or agency. But what if a large cyber attack were to occur on a national scale? quite honestly, I'm surprised that we still have access to our water, access to our banking infrastructure, access to, well, I won't go down the list of the surprises, but you get where I'm going with this. So what's very interesting, I've spoken several times about being a keynote speaker in the cybersecurity space. And of course, companies think of an afterthought of, oh, in order to just not lose our customers because we got caught, let's throw them a bone and do some kind of a digital security protocol for them. This is never embedded in the actual building of the software code from the ground up, because you are their user. You are not the one they want to protect. As long as the money stream doesn't stop to them, they're going to continue their pace with their loopholes, their data being extracted, and their data is your digital footprint that they are either selling or knowingly allowing to leak out the back door. So as we go through this, we looked at FBI, FTC, Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Secret Service. Does that surprise you? U.S. Secret Service controls the Electronic Crimes Task Force. Why would that be? What do we think the Secret Service actually does? According to the agency's website, the Secret Service Cyber Intelligence Section has directly contributed to the arrest of transnational cyber criminals responsible for the theft of hundreds of millions of credit card numbers and the loss of approximately 600 million to financial and retail institutions. Got to question yourself there, as we've learned recently what the activities have been of this particular department and what we understood their roles actually were. The next one here on the list is National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST. They're the ones who put out protocols. NIST is a non-regulatory federal agency within the U.S. Department of Commerce. Thanks to the recently created Commission on Enhancing National Cybersecurity, NIST is now getting more involved in helping shape cybersecurity practices. Now, this was under this president. Now, why are they doing this? Because they're setting up surveillance and having the ability to take those people down who are against them. Now, I would like to say that they are truly putting up walls and protecting us, but we've seen where this administration has gotten us. I have charged the Commission on Enhancing National Cybersecurity, this president states, with the critical, important task of identifying the steps that our nation must ensure our cybersecurity in an increasingly digital world. Now, if you are a cybersecurity expert, you are a programmer, you understand computers which are driving the world, is your first choice going to be a government job, low pay, pension, in 30, 40 years? No. So they are not hiring the best of the best. They cannot get ahead of this wave or ahead of the curve, and they are behind the game on this. Sure, they are creating the pitfalls for us to fall into, but they don't have the safety net built around them, which is why I highlighted this page prior to going into it. It's all government contracts that are monitoring this. So those are the core agencies that are responsible. So we go back to this question right here. U.S. military's hacking unit publicly acknowledges taking offensive action to disrupt ransomware. We have vast majority of our network cyber experts favor mandates to report hacks. That needs to be protected before it happens, not after. And many companies hide the facts so they don't have bad PR. So how many hacks have happened until they got caught? OMB offers new plans for enforcing federal cyber rules. Remember when the OMB lost via a scrape all 100% of the federal employees' data, which in order to be a federal employee, you have everything in your record, and they lost it all, quote unquote, sold it. Hackers are turning to this simple technique to install their malware on PCs. This is well known. So how difficult is it to go this route? Oh, here we go. Just Google it and you've got solutions. This is Freedom. I think it was Free Education Web. And the class is Offensive Hacking Unfolded, Become a Pen Testing Pro in 2022, published November of 2021. So that's last month. It's not about the knowledge or skills, but do you have the ability to use them in the real industry? This course gives you that much required ability. This is a course. There are many courses teaching basics of ethical hacking, but this course will give you the actual professional knowledge you need to learn in order to do a real job or security testing project. what this course is for you. Any doubts on that? Anyone curious about who this course is for? Practical hacking, people wanting to become an advanced pen tester, students willing to explore security testing. What you'll learn, 10 hours, 10 hours. That is one extended work shift of premium applied ethical hacking and security content, answers to every single question you have about ethical hacking and pen testing, a guide to using these skills to get a better job and money. Learn the complete black box security testing methodology. They provide sandboxes too for you to practice, develop experience to do real life pen testing. Hack secure systems using client-side attacks and social engineering. We've got to always be aware of this one. Be able to write industry-grade pen testing reports. This may scrape the surface, but it's enough to get people along the path. And to be honest, anybody who's doing these hackings has never taken a test. It is innate knowledge that they were born with on how to speak the language of computers, move a few keystrokes in order to access the world around them. There are no barriers for these individuals. This is a scary world we live in. And when our own government starts to do offensive hacking, not defensive, but offensively goes after individuals, not states, there are serious crimes being done on both sides of this stick. Okay, so this was a very quick Decode Silicon Valley. It is truly a tangled web. Let's continue to turn the lights on and discover this path as we piece together the puzzle pieces one by one.